So we were talking about these things. Now I'd just like you to understand what this is. This is called the Cartesian product. The Cartesian product is like the basic way how to connect between two tables. But it works in a way that is kind of weird. And based on that, we're going to be seeing other type of relationships between two tables. So let's take some kind of an example. Let's say that we have, this is the table employee, and for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to take only few name and whatever other things. So if there were some other things, we'll put some other things. So let's say that this is a table, and it has a lot of what is it? It has a lot of values, but I'm going just to, as an example, put 1 A and something else, we don't care, and then 2 B, and then 3 C, and that's it. Now we might have more, we don't care for it for now. Now this is employee. Let's have another table, we call it department. Now, I forgot, we had something. I would like to show the DNO. That's what we said. DNO, I should have put some DNO here. Let's say this is 1, maybe 2, and this is 1, 2, and let's add more just to have some. This is 2 again. So we have, I'm going to call it E1 so we don't get confused. E1 without changing this, EB, EC, and then ED. And this is going to be DA, DB, and DC. This is the D number, and then D name, and we don't care about the rest. Now if I do the Cartesian product between two entities, what is going to happen is this. Let me just push this a little bit. And so what is going to happen, depending on the order, because the order is important, if I start from employee and then department, I'm going to have this, then this, but not with these type of data. Now for this, I'm going to put this thing. So actually this is not going to be two tables, it's just one table. Now this one table is going to be this one with X and the other one. So this is how it works. Now if I put this, that means the first elements of the first table are going to be joined with the second element, the elements of the second table, and all in once. So this is what happens to the columns. But what happens to the rows is where it becomes interesting. Now what happens to the rows is that the first one in the first table is going to be associated to the first one in the second one. But also the first one in the first table is going to be associated with the second one from the second table. And still the first one with the third one. And if there were 100, is the first one with each one of them. Then the second one with the first one. And with the second one and third one, the same thing, this first one. No. And then the third one with each one of these again. So this one copied. And then the fourth, so each element of the first, if each row of the first one is going to be associated to each one from the other ones. So this is how this works. So let's just put these as bold so they can clearly see them. And yeah, I'm just going to put these into different colors so we can just see them kind of clearly. This is like blue, this is, yeah, whatever. So these are the blue, and since we have that, and this is the blue. So these are two sets, but you notice that while I'm looking at all the combination of the association of the data, and that's what this thing does. Now, that's why in this answer to this question that you list the first name of all employees working in the administration department, in order for me to be able to do that, I had to put this kind of condition. Because I don't need all of these possibilities, I just need the ones that shows that the department number is the same in both tables. Yes?
So if you don't write the number, this will happen?
Yeah, this is what happens. When you don't put any, if for example you don't put this, something like this, yeah, it happens like this. Now from this, if you say that the D name is administration, you just put in a condition on these results that the D name is administration, and let's say this is administration, you're going to see it in different places. And if you display first name just based on this, without putting any other condition, this is what you're going to display the first name, which means you're going to display this, 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 and this. Which means you displayed everyone. You displayed every employee. Because here it's all the possibilities. So you're going to be displaying, in this case, all of them. Because each line respects the fact that if I change this to DA, so it can be clear for you. If I do something like this, and I have this, right? Let me do something even better, because let me cut this and paste it down, maybe here. Why? Because I can then hide the ones that I don't need. Now I just would like to put the condition on DA, right? Which ones has DA? This one, then this one, then this one, then this one, which means everything else is not part of the answer, which means this is hidden, this is not going to be part of the solution. Same thing for this, because I only keep those that have D name equal DA, and these are the ones, and the rest is going to be hidden. Now from all these things, I'm not displaying everything, I'm displaying only the first name, and imagine that this is my first name, so I'm going to hide these, and that's what I'm displaying. This is the result of the query, which is listing all the name of all employees. That's not all the employees that works in department A, the DA, which is normally we should see only EB, the employee number 2, B. But we don't see that, we see all of these. So that's why it's very important to put the conditions on how do I like to join these two tables. I don't want all the combinations. I want only those that have the same here and here. So is DNO equal to the number in this case? No. So I'm going to hide it. This one, yes. This one, no. This one, yes. This one, no. And no. And no. And then yes. And this is one, no. And no, yes, and no. So if I hide this, now check what happens. It just only shows now every employee and what's the name of the department that he's in, along with the department number. And that's what I'm interested in. Now from here, I don't need all of these. I need only now the department name that is equal to DA, which means now I'm going to also remove all these. And from all these, I don't want to display all the things. I just would like to display the name, which means I remove all these and I hide. That's going to be the answer now if I make it with this and just DA. That would be the answer. So that's how this thing works, this employee department work. Now, among these things, there's another way how to join between these two tables, which is called a join. How to join between tables. There's another type of representation, and it's like this, which is a Cartesian product with the condition. So you don't forget to put the condition, because this is one thing that you can do with Cartesian product. You can maybe put the two tables, put the Cartesian product, but then you forgot to put the relationship, and then it's not going to be easy for you to find the problem, because okay, I have everything there. Now when you would like to put a Cartesian product with the condition, you put it like this, and it's called like a joint. Now this is important to look at the sequence. The sequence is important because this is the field coming from here, and this is the this is the column from this one, the first one from the first one, the second one from the second one. Now the difference is when you have more, because you can join more than two together. Now if you join more than two together, you can still use this writing of the x and put the conditions here, but then when you put the condition in this one, and you put it, let's say move it from here, and you put this to be the x, and you put an and like this. Okay, well, something like that. Now when you put the condition here, this is clear that this condition is just for joining the tables, while here it might seem that this is some kind of a condition that you would like to put to display some kind of constraint that you put, like this one. It looks like this kind of thing. Now to distinguish between the two, that this is necessary to join the information between two tables, it's better to use this as opposed to that one. When you do it this way, it's much clearer that this condition has nothing to do with something except but it's meant to join between two tables. And that's what this is all about. And you can join between two tables like this. And you can join between 3 tables, 4 tables, 10 tables. It doesn't matter. You can always just put the name, this joining thing, and then put the name of the other table. Okay. And then whatever this can be, project for example. And then all you need to do is to put, okay, what's the column, and from this left side, and which one from the right side. So this from like thing. But now there's a question. This column from the right side, but which one? The right side has 2 tables. Which one is it going to be? We don't care, because when you join the tables, this becomes like a new table. Let me bring back. This becomes like a new table. So to this new table, you join another one, so it's becoming another one. So as long as this exists in one of the ones that are on the left, that's fine. And this one is always to the one on the right, the immediate one. Like for example, this one is not for the department name and project, but only for the department, and this one is from the employee. Now this DNO now is from this new relation on the new table that we have, and you can join like that. So this is necessary when you have such a question like this, when you ask something that is need to put some conditions, either like some projections or selections from different places, different tables. So you have to be able to join those tables, and to join them, this is what you're going to be using. And now, strong with this new information, you're ready for the rest. The last one is a bit tricky, but I think you have the strength and the will to get it right, inshallah.